Hi, this is Teacher Giovanni and welcome to Mine's online tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you the relationship of the formula in finding the area of the circle and the formula in finding the area of the rectangle. So area of the rectangle is length times the width. This is the parent formula in which lahat ng formula in finding the area of any polygon ay nagsisimula dito. Right? So area is equal to length times the width. And I'm gonna prove you that this formula in finding the area of the circle, which is pi r squared, is equal to length times the width. Alright? So ito yung kailangan natin. We also have the formula in finding the circumference of the circle. When you see the circumference, it is the distance around the circle, and that is equivalent to perimeter in finding the distance around a polygon. All right, and of course we have this two identical circles. So ito yung model natin. So ito yung gagamitin natin in this video to prove that the formula in finding the area of the circle is equal to the formula in finding the area of a rectangle. And of course we have here pi r squared because we are dealing with circle, and we have here length times the width because this is a rectangle. All right, so now we have to consider the two important terms in related to circle, which are the diameter and the radius. And we all know that a radius, it is a half of a diameter. So for those who do not know what is diameter, diameter is a line connecting 2 points on the circle passing through the center. All right. So in this circle we have this center here. All right. So we're gonna draw a diameter. So it is the longest. This is the longest chord of a circle. So make sure that that line is passing through the center. All right, so this is the diameter, and half of the diameter, so that is from the center to any point of the circle, is the radius. Okay, so there are two radii in one diameter. All right, so of course in this presentation we only consider the radius, which is the half of the diameter, or a line connecting any point on the circle and the center. All right, so this is the center, and this is a point on the circle. So if you're gonna connect that, it will form a radius. Okay, so radius is very important in our presentation in this video. Okay, and of course we also have another circle here. All right, if you are going to see it, meron siyang diameters. So maraming diameters, right? So we have lines passing through the center because later on is we are going to cut this. Okay, so remember that a line drawn from the center of the circle to any point on the circle is called the radius. Remember that. Okay, so from here until there, that is the radius. All right, so now we are going to consider also the circumference of the circle. So if we are going to measure the distance around it, that is what we call the circumference. All right, but again we're gonna consider the radius and the circumference of the circle. All right, so now let's go back to the other circle here. So I already have lines here, so I have to cut the lines. Okay, so remember again, this is a circle, right? So I want you to watch this video until the end so that you will know. Right, so now let's gonna cut the circle. Make sure you cut the circle correctly. All right, it's also important the distance between the lines here. You have an accurate result, and later on we have we're going to make another here after this house. If you have much smaller than this, that house is better. Of course it needs more time, so we have these like this. Okay, we are done with the first half. All right. So again, before we continue, remember that this side here and the side here, again, that is equal to the radius of the circle. All right. So if you're gonna have that, so that is equal to the radius. Okay. All right. Try to remember that. And now let's proceed to the second half. Again, we do the same. We have to cut. Alright, we are done. So now we are going to make a figure. So we are going to arrange the cutouts upside down, forming like this. Okay, and this one here. Right, so. Alright, so we have here a figure. So what do you think is that? Right, it is a rectangle, right? Okay, so now these cutouts are coming from the circular figure that we have, right? And then we arrange them upside down like this, and we form a rectangular shape. Alright, now let's go back to the circle. I said this side here, that is the radius, right? So that point here until there, that is the point, the center and point on a circle are connected with a line called the radius. Right? So if you are going to measure that, that is the radius. So that means this side here is the radius. Alright? And remember that these sides here and here are the distance around the circle. This is the circle. That refers to the distance around it. Okay? So remember, that is what we call the circumference, right? And the formula of the circumference is equal to 2 pi times the radius. Alright? So definitely, the sum of this side and this side is equal to 2 pi r. Right? So if the sum of these two sides is equal to 2 pi r, it means that this side is equal to pi r, and this is pi r. Because if you're gonna add pi r and pi r, that is equal to 2 pi r, which is the circumference of the circle. Alright? And now, remember that the formula in finding the area of a rectangle, because we have here a rectangular figure, that is equal to the length times the width. And this time, we have this length here, which is equal to the pi r. So that means pi r is equal to the length. This is equal to the length, right? And radius, that is the width, or the w. Alright? So that is length times the width. But instead of using length and width, we're gonna use this one. Alright? So that would be area is equal to pi r times the width, which is equal to r. That would be pi r times r. Or we can combine them, r times r, that is equal to r squared. So eventually it will become pi r squared, and that is the area of the circle, which is a is equal to pi r squared. I hope you learned something today, and once again, this is Teacher Giovanni saying that math is minds. Math is not a difficult subject if you're willing to learn. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye!